Welcome back to Yahoo Finance. A lot of Americans are asking, when will the stay-at-home truly end? But new data from the University of Minnesota Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy says some people, or most of us, should get ready for at least the infections from COVID-19 to continue for up to 24 months. Anjali Khemlani is going to help us understand what they are actually telling us. Anjali?
Hey, Adam. Yeah, so what they're saying actually follows a little bit of what you've been hearing some of the experts caution about and really discuss in terms of what is the life cycle of this outbreak. And that's a really important thing to discuss, obviously, as we're seeing states reopen today, as well as the ongoing efforts to reopen. And so one of the things that I want to point out, this report really covered a lot of different things, whether it is recommendations for state governments and what they should be doing, how the government should be preparing, to avoid some of the issues that we ran into this go around, including preparation with testing as well as other equipment and supplies. So one of the things that they specifically were talking about was the idea that this could be cyclical, right? So we're looking at whether or not we've had sort of a really strong outbreak now, and then we'll continue to see over time shorter or smaller outbreaks, or specifically if we could see, a really huge peak in the fall, and how long it will go out. Could this be, a seasonal thing, twice a year, once a year, out for the next couple of years? And so that's one of the things that was really interesting. And also, the idea of herd immunity is something that has been discussed by a lot of experts, and that is the idea that, in order for us to really get over seeing stronger outbreaks like we just did, it's going to take some time to get a majority of the population, and that's 60 to 70% of people, immune, whether through vaccines or through, national immunity, in order to stop this from getting worse. Adam?
Anjali, actually, I want to ask you something about that herd immunity and the vaccine. Is this scenario not coming to fruition, the worst case that is, contingent on a vaccine? And, we keep talking about this vaccine that once it comes out, that's it, right? But you still have to get everybody the vaccine. And so I wonder how difficult that process is going to be.
Right. So this goes back to, there's also a lot of unanswered questions about the virus itself, right? Just like when we're talking about antibodies, for example, you don't know what that means, whether or not antibodies means immunity for a while, or whether or not it means that you could be susceptible within the next month to the same virus. That's why when they're testing these vaccines, they're also looking at, giving a booster shot essentially after the initial dose. And so that is looking at, there's still a lot of discovery right now on that note. And that's why, the center did say that this outbreak would last at least 2 years. But what happens after that? Is it going to be like the flu, where it's a regular seasonal thing that we have to worry about, or will it just last, 1 or 2 cycles and then fade out? So a lot of questions are still unanswered. But yes, a vaccine is supposed to help with that. As we learn more about how to block this virus and how to address it, that is going to be one of the things that experts are looking at.
Anjali Khemlani, thank you.